Alright guys, it's time for another game preview, this time for round 2 of the battle between the Habs and the Flames. And if you're new here, we're going to talk a little bit about the previous game between these two teams. We'll take a look at the current standings, the projected lineups, and of course have a quick look at the team statistics and see which players are most likely to kick some ass up in here. But first, if you guys are a fan of these kind of videos, please consider subscribing to my channel as I upload hockey content daily and would really enjoy if you guys decided to tag along for the ride. Also, I'd like to make a shout out to a special Reddit user that goes by the name of JJ McTalks-a-lot, who decided to McTalk a bit about Hockey Junkie a little yesterday and recommended my content. So thank you, very much, McTalks-a-lot. Much appreciated there, bud. And if you would like to join in on a little fun here, feel free to try and predict a score in the comment section, and if anybody gets it right, I will pin your comment to the top and give you a shout out in my next game preview video. Okay, so the Flames just kicked the shit right out of the Habs on Wednesday night and humiliated them as they just outplayed the Habs the entire game, and they won by a final score of 4-1. And this was their second game in 2 nights, guys. They also won the game on Tuesday night against the Leafs, so that's 4 points that the Calgary Flames gained on the Habs, who were just sitting ducks on Wednesday. And if we take a look at the handy dandy standings here, the Habs better start figuring out a way to beat these Flames, or they're soon going to find themselves in 5th place looking in. Now is definitely not the time to be inconsistent and give the Flames any kind of momentum swing to propel themselves higher into the standings. So please, Habs, wake up for the love of God! Get it together! Alright, now let's take a look at the projected lines for tonight's game. And let's start things off with the Habs, and believe me, what you see here may be subject to change before or even during the game, as Dominique Ducharme likes to put his lineup in a blender or even draw names out of a hat, because hey, that's the way, he likes it. The lines are kinda all over the place right now. If you ask me, I wouldn't mind seeing Jake Evans get an Eric Staal spot here for a couple of games, as Jake Evans looked pretty good out there during the last couple of games he's played. Just my opinion. Now let's take a look at their defense pairings, and Brett Kulak. This guy scored the lone goal for the Habs last game, believe it or not, which was a pretty big deal because this was this man's first goal he scored in a long time and against a former team. So hopefully tonight Kulak gets some help from the rest of his team and the Habs are alive and well. Now moving on to the Calgary Flames projected lineup, and the past couple of games I thought these lines played really well together. So I don't expect to see any changes here, as Sutter has these guys playing good recently. I don't know what this man's been saying, but it's been working. Goudreau has been playing better. Lindholm has continued to be dominant. They got Monahan on the empty net train again, which is nice. And when we take a look at their defense here, I mean, these are the guys that got the ball rolling for the Flames last game against the Habs, with Noah Hanifin scoring off a bullet of a slap shot right off the face-off. And then we saw Mark Giordano take a slap shot early in the second period that also made its way to the back of the net. So these guys have been pretty impressive the last 2 games, and they're really hoping to build off some of this momentum. And if things are working, you don't want to change that shit. Okay, now it's time to take a look at the player statistics here, and why not start things off with the Habs again? So, leading the way for the Habs, we've got Tyler Toffoli, who's been kinda quiet lately, surprisingly. He's got 30 points in 37 games. That's 19 goals, 11 assists. Next on the team in points, and he's actually tied with Toffoli, is Jeff Petrie. He's got 30 points as well, except for he's got 11 goals and 19 assists in 40 games. The only difference in these guys' point production is the goals and assists is reversed. You can kind of get cross-eyed looking at that shit. Next on the team is Thomas Tatar. He's got 27 points in 39 games, followed by Slick Suzuki, who's got 25 points in 40 games. And now it's time to nosedive right into the Calgary Flames player statistics, and at the very top of their food chain is Elias Lindholm, who's got 37 points in 43 games, followed by Johnny B. Good Goudreau, who's got 31 points in 43 games, and Matthew Tkachuk is next. He's got 29 points in 43 games. And the next man is Michael Backlund. Lifetime Flame here. This guy's got 26 points in 41 games. And I thought this guy played really good against the Habs last game. That's for shizzle. Anyway, guys, that does it for this game preview. Don't forget to leave a score prediction on your way out of here. Go Habs, go, and good luck, Flames fans.